Friends, pressure of base, and base temperature, and everything has to be in absolute unit. So T is in Röntgen, okay, R, not F, okay. P1 is PSIA. So when we do everything, we get the value. Very easy. And we know how many horsepower per mm SCFD we have. If we know how many mm SCFD we have, then we can know horsepower. Mm SCFD is a kind of unit of mass flow rate. You think so? It's kind of mass flow rate. It's not really volume flow rate, okay? Because the volume flow rate specified at the standard condition. Okay. The problem here may be, what about K value? What do we do with K value? Okay, K value, there are a little bit explanation in the textbook. Say, okay, CV equal to Cp minus R. So Cp is the specific heat capacity at constant pressure. It is the specific heat capacity at constant volume. It is in the same unit as R. So when we express R in BTU per Röntgen per power mole, that unit 1.9 something, then we can have K value as Cp over 1.986. Okay, that is K over K minus 1 equal to that Cp. Do you use this? No, not really. There are another one that is about the mixture. If you have many gas mixed together, like natural gas have several components, right? Add them together, it will be some K value. So that K value, we can do the weighted average, use that equation. So M1 is component molecular weight. CPI is, I have the correction, so that is power mole. Okay, that is power mole because M is a molecular weight and Yi is mole fraction. Okay, but typically you don't use this. If you have gas, you use some kind of equation to estimate it. So this give us the K value or Cp over Cv based on specific gas gravity. So for real natural gas at 150 Fahrenheit, K can be estimated like that. What if it is not 150 Fahrenheit? What do you do? Oh, I cannot do that degree because it's not 150. Okay. So if it is not 150, your value will not be, you cannot use that formula, but if that is the only formula you have, that is better than nothing, okay? You still use it if it's 160, 170, 200 or something, but that equation is valid at 150 Fahrenheit. If it is at other temperature, you have some error, okay? Okay, next step is the discharge temperature. Previously, you can calculate, okay, after we do the compression, what is the temperature after the compression? You can do T2 over T1, and this T has to be in Röntgen, not Fahrenheit, okay? T2 over T1 equal to the ratio of the pressure to the power of compressibility factor multiplied by K minus 1 divided by K. K can come from that thing, or you may say, okay, K equal to 1.4, okay? So K should be more than 1. If you assume K to be 1, that's wrong, okay? So K should be more than 1. And heat removed by the cooler will be delta H and Cp hat, Cp bar delta T. And Cp bar is a constant pressure molar. This time you use molar value. So that value has to be calculated or given, or come from some chart. It's BTU per power mole per Fahrenheit. Okay, it's not BTU per power, it's BTU per power mole. Alright, then we can calculate delta H. Then you learn two methods on how to do horsepower. Okay, next let's do some example. So then it will be very clear. If a 0.7 specific gravity natural gas at 300 F and 500 psia is expanded adiabatically and reversible. Reversible adiabatic is the same as constant entropy. Okay, So it's a theoretical value. We can use the procedure that we just did. Okay. Oh, okay. This one I think is not the example of using that equation. To 100 psia. What will be the final temperature of this gas? We use the chart again. Using the HS diagram, so enthalpy entropy diagram for 0.7 gravity natural gas, figure 3.10 in the ICOCU textbook. At the intersection of 300 and 500 psia line, the entropy S is minus 0.2. So it's just this one. We have 300 and 500 psia. You get 300 Fahrenheit, that thing, right? 300 Fahrenheit, and 500 psia, that thing is 500 psia. So that is the one part. And we want to go to, we do the expansion. What do you think happens when we do expansion? So expansion temperature will go down, I think. So this is about expansion. So it's expand from 500 to 100. So when it expands to 100, we have reversible process. So reversible process, you have to do it somewhat slow, so entropy doesn't change. Okay. So when it expands to 100, you go down to reach 100 psia line. So 100 psia is that line, right? 100 psia. So you read from that. That is 100 psia, and that point is about 105 F. Then you can tell that's 105 F. This solution, let me go through it a little bit. I think actually we just did. So we have used a figure S equal to minus 2.5, adiabatic process, no heat loss. So you know that from reversible process, Q equal to TdS, Q equal to 0, so S is 0, ds is 0, S constant, and you use the chart, you go down. The equation that we just learned, this thing, is the same as use the chart, okay? This kind of chart, model diagram. But it's a better version of the chart, okay? Give you a better number. Just have to have it calculated, okay? And practice. Okay, a little bit more on Joule-Thomson effect. You have done flow through a choke, right, for hydrate calculation. So when we have flow through a choke, it is in constant enthalpy process. You remember that? Constant enthalpy process. So this time, we have throttling effect or Joule-Thomson effect. So J is for Joule and T is Thomson. Okay? For gas 0.8 at 2000 psia and 200 F expand through a small orifice without addition or subtraction of heat and is brought finally to its initial velocity and the pressure of 50 psia. So when it's brought finally to its initial velocity, this means you have this and you have orifice plate, so you have contraction, expansion. Finally it reaches the same velocity, so there's no change in the kinetic energy. Okay? And the pressure of 50 psia. What will be the temperature? So how much the temperature drop when we go through a choke? Previously you used some other chart, right? You can use this enthalpy entropy diagram too. So you move at constant enthalpy. So we have the first point start at 200 F, 2000 psi. So 2000 psi on the top, and we have 200 F. You see this 200 F is like an S curve. So we actually start at that point. Okay. And we go through a choke. H is constant, so we just move to the right hand side. We move to the right hand side because pressure drop, right? Pressure will drop to 50 psi. That line is 50 psi. So at that point, the temperature is 100 F. So that's the answer. Good. Isothermal expansion. This one we have another example. So basically you just use the chart. This one is 1 bar mole of 1.0 specific gravity. So you use another chart. Okay. 2000 psia and 420 F expanded through throttling valve or orifice, and it brought to initial velocity and pressure of 100. How much heat must be added to maintain the temperature of the gas at 420? So we want to know if we go through the choke, but we don't want to have temperature drop. We want temperature to stay the same. How much heat do we need? So you use the line. So this time you do the same trick. Okay, use the chart. Follow 420F line. So we have, you don't want temperature to drop, right? So this is the constant temperature thing. We start at the temperature of 420F. 400 is over there, 420 is there. So we move at the, you see that red line? That is constant temperature line, okay? And we try to go from, expand from 2000 psia and go to 100 psia. So 2000 is that thing, and 100 psia is that. So when we move along a constant temperature curve, so if we have the process that doesn't have any temperature drop, that much is the difference in the enthalpy. Okay. So in this example, we need the difference in enthalpy of that number minus that number. Okay. So that is how much heat we need to add. Question B, what would be the temperature if no heat is added? If we don't add any heat during the choking process, you just move constant Adrian Arambula, Adrian. Adrian. So if we have no heat added in, how do we go? Constant what? S or H or what? Entropy or enthalpy? This one is about expansion through a choke. H, right? You want to H? So if we just expand, okay, through a choke, constant H, okay, enthalpy, we just move straight to the right hand side, and we stop at the pressure that we have, and then at that point, we have no heat added in, so the temperature dropped to 362. Okay. More example. You don't want to do example. You want to do the quiz, right? Okay. Example is good. Okay, let's do a little bit more example. So this time we have 40 million cubic foot per day. Measure at standard temperature pressure, and average natural gas is at 240 Fahrenheit, flowing freely through an expansion valve with pressure drop from 2000 to 1000. What is the temperature change across the valve? So when we have flow through a valve or flow through a choke, what you assume is a constant enthalpy, okay, constant H. Just move straight right side. So you go from start point to end point and read the temperature. Okay, just that. So the next one is, what is the maximum work that could be derived from this expanding gas stream without use of heat? So how much work that we can get? For question B, so maximum work would be obtained using adiabatic and reversible or isentropic process. So that would be maximum theoretical work. So for work, we have 2000, and that is the temperature. So we follow the constant S line. So when we want the maximum theoretical work, we follow the constant S line or just drop vertically. Do some unit conversion and we say, okay, that expansion of gas can give us 1,400 horsepower. Good, I know that you're ignoring. Are you ready for the quiz? I should have a little bit more minute. Right now it's 2:10. Let's give them quiz. The quiz is just 5 minutes. When you get it, you put it face down. If whenever possible, you sit one seat apart from the person next to you. Okay. You don't do the quiz yet. You write their name at the back. Okay. This quiz, I think there's a penalty if you don't do it right or something too. Okay. Don't look at it yet. Okay. Don't look at it yet. Put it face down. The question is very easy. And let's go through something a little bit more before we do the quiz. You don't need the calculator. Calculator is not allowed. And if you have calculator, it doesn't do you any good. Okay? There's nothing to calculate. The quiz takes about just 5 minutes. So right now it's not 12:15 yet, so we will do a little bit more lecture. You keep the quiz for yourself for a while. Raise your hand, whoever. Everyone have it?
No.
Everyone get it? Everyone have it? Whenever possible, try to separate from the person next to you. Okay, everyone have quiz, right? We don't do it yet. Let's do this lecture. Okay, example of high pressure gas well. So when we have high pressure gas well, we may have separation. After we separate it, temperature can go down. We need a compressor, and you need a compressor for VRU, right? Vapor recovery unit. Okay, and when we go to the gas plant, we may have to compress again to go to the cross-country pipeline, right? So, some introduction. So now you kind of pay attention. I can see that. Okay. Gas can we need to do compression for several cases. One of it is to do vapor for the vapor recovery unit. Okay. We want in the field or gathering station. Relay on mainline station, repressurizing or recycling station. So basically you need compressor, you need to know it. It is, we use it in the field. There are two types, okay? Positive displacement type and dynamic type. Positive displacement type is a reciprocating compressor or you can have rotary compressor. So positive displacement means mass that come in, you compress it and it go out, and you cannot push it against the dead end. So that is positive displacement. For dynamic type, you use a centrifugal force to increase the pressure. You keep spinning it for the pressure to go up. Okay, so it's kind of come fast, flow a little bit, slow it down, and the pressure go up. Or you can have axial flow, multi-stage or something. So basically there are two types. Positive displacement and dynamic type. Positive displacement, it can have rotating motion. When it has rotating motion, it doesn't mean that it's not positive displacement type. Okay? You get it? The difference between positive displacement and not positive displacement. If you don't get it, please look at Wikipedia, okay? I try to put this in the exam too. Okay. The exam ends just this. You ready? Let me check the time. Okay, start. We start a little bit, 20 seconds earlier. Okay, let's have 5 minutes and 20 seconds. When you finish, don't talk to anyone, okay? you raise your hand, have it correct first, then you leave the room. And you expect to have extra please? -2 for wrong answer, 0 for no answer, +2 for correct answer. So if you don't know it, you should not guess. But you can. If you guess and it is wrong, each one that you guess will be -2. If your score is less than 0, we adjust it to be 0. Okay?